Telephone is full of happiness, secrets, and also make you confident and comfortable, and also full of bad.
Oh dear.
Your call, please.
Operator, I've been dialing Mary Hill 40098 now for the last three-quarter of an hour and the line is always busy, but I don't see how it could be busy that long. Will you try it for me, please?
Murray Hill 40098. One moment.
I don't see how it could be busy all the time. It's my wife's office. He's working late tonight, and I'm all alone here in the house. My health is very poor, and I've been feeling so nervous all day.
Ringing Murray Hill 40098.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello, George? Yes, sir.
Hello? Who's this? What number I'm calling, please?
We have heard from our client. Hazel's the coast is cleared for tonight. Yes, sir. Where are you now? In a phone mode. Okay. You know the address? At 11 o'clock, the private patrolman goes around to the bar on 2nd Avenue for a beer. Be sure that all the lights downstairs are out. There should be only one light visible from the street. At 11:15, a subway train crosses the bridge. It makes a noise in case her window is open and she should scream.
Oh, hello. What number is this? Please.
Okay, I understand. Make it quick, as little blood as possible. Our client does not wish to make her suffer long. A knife? Okay, sir. Yes, a knife will be okay. And remember to remove the rings and bracelets and the jewelry in the bureau drawer. Our client wishes it to look like simple robbery. Okay, I get.
Oh, how awful. How unspeakably.
Your call, please.
Operator, I've been just cut off.
I'm sorry, sir. What number were you calling?
Well, it was supposed to be Mary Hill 40098, but it wasn't. Somewhere must have crossed. I was cutting to a wrong number, and I've just heard the most shameful thing. A murder. And operator, you simply have to retrace that call at once.
I beg your pardon, sir. I don't quite.
Oh, I know it wasn't the wrong number and I had no business listening, but these two men, they were cold-blooded friends, some poor innocent man who was all alone in a house near a bridge. And we've got to stop them. We've got to.
What number were you calling, sir?
That doesn't matter. This was a wrong number and you dial it and we've got to find out what it was immediately.
But, sir,
Oh, why are you so stupid? Like it was obviously a case of some little slip of the finger. I told you to try Mary Hill 40098 for me. You dial it, but your finger must have slipped, and I was connected with some other number, and I couldn't hear them, but they couldn't hear me. Now, I simply failed to see why you couldn't make that some mistake again on purpose. Why you couldn't try to dial Mary Hill 40098 in the same current sort of way.
Murray Hill 40098. I will try to get it for you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry. Murray Hill 4098 is busy.
Operator,
Yes, sir?
you didn't try to get the wrong number at all. I asked expectedly, and all you did was dial correctly.
I'm sorry. What number were you calling?
Can't you, for once, forget what number I was calling and do something specific? Now, I want to trace that call. It's my civil duty. No, it's your civil duty to trace that call and apprehend those dangerous killers. And if you won't,
I will connect you with the chief operator.
Oh, please.
This is the chief operator.
Oh, chief operator, I want you to trace a call, a telephone call, immediately. I don't know where it came from or who was making it, but it's absolutely necessary that it be tracked down because it was about a murder. Yes, a terrible cold-blooded murder of a poor innocent man tonight at 11:15.
I see.
Can you trace it for me? Can you track down those men?
It depends, sir.
Depends on what?
It depends on whether the call is still going on. If it is a live call, we can trace it on the equipment. If it is being disconnected, we can't.
Disconnected?
If the parties stop talking to each other.
Oh, but of course they must have stopped talking to each other by now. That was the last 5 minutes ago, and they didn't sound like the type of who would make a long call.
Well, I can try tracing it. Now, what is your name, sir?
Mr. Stevenson, Mr. Albert Stevenson, but listen.
And your telephone number?
Plaza 42295. But if you go on wasting all this time.
And what is your reason for wanting this call traced?
My reason? Well, for heaven's sake, isn't it obvious? I overheard 2 men. They're killer. They're planning to murder this woman. It's a matter for the police.
Have you told the police?
No. How could I?
You're making this chick into a private call purely as a private individual.
Yes, but meanwhile.
Well, Mr. Stevenson, I seriously doubt whether we could make this chick for you at this time just on your say. So as a private individual, we'd have to have something more official.
Oh, for heaven's sake, you mean to tell me I can report a murder without getting tied up in all this red tape? Well, it's perfectly idiotic. All right, then I will call the police.
Your call, please.
The police department, please.
Ringing the police department.
Police Department, Precinct 44, the office speaking.
Oh, police department. Oh, this is me, Mr. Stevenson, Mr. Albert Smith Stevenson of 53 North Solon, please. I'm calling to report a murder.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the murder hasn't been committed yet. I just overheard plans for it over the telephone. Over wrong number that the operator gave me. I've been trying to trace down that call myself, but everybody's so stupid. And I guess in the end, you're the only one people who could do anything.
Yes, sir.
And there was a private patrolman on the street. He was going to go around for a beer on 2nd Avenue. And there was something third man, a client, who was paying to have their poor man murdered. They were going to take her rings and bracelets and use a knife. Well, it's unreal. Me, drained fully, and I'm not well.
I see. When was it all, sir?
About 8 minutes ago. Oh, did you go something? You do understand.
And what was your name, sir?
Mr. Stevenson, Mr. Albert Stevenson.
And your address, please.
53 North Sutton, please. That's near a bridge, the Queen Road Bridge, and we have a private patrolman on our street and 2nd Avenue.
And what's the number of your calling?
Mary Hill 40098, but that wasn't the number I overheard. I mean, Mary Hill 4009 is my wife's office. He's working late tonight, and I was trying to reach him to ask him to come home. I'm an invalid, and it's the midnight of, and I hate to be alone, even though he says I'm perfectly safe as long as I have the telephone right beside my bed.
We will look into it, Mr. Stevenson, and I see if we can check it with a telephone company.
But the telephone company said they couldn't take the call if the parties had stopped talking. I've been taken care of with that.
Oh yes?
Personally, I feel you out to do something for more immediate and drastic than just check the call. What good does checking the call do? If they stop talking by the time you track it down, they already have committed the murder.
Well, we'll take care of it, sir. Don't worry.
I'd say the whole thing calls for a search, a complete and true search of the whole city. I'm very near a bridge, and I'm not far from 2nd Avenue, and I know I'd feel a whole lot better if you send a radio card to this neighbor at once.
And what makes you think the murder is currently committed in our neighborhood, sir?
Oh, I don't know. This coincidence is so horrible. 2nd Avenue, the patrolman, the bridge.
2nd Avenue is a long street, sir. And do you not happen to know how many bridges there are in the city of New York alone? Not to mention Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens, and the Bronx. And all do you know is there's something little house in the Staten Island on some little 2nd Avenue and you never heard about. I don't know they were even talking about New York at all.
Oh, but I heard the call on the New York dialing system.
How do you know it was long distance call overhead? Telephones are funny things. Look, sir, why don't you look at this way? Supposing you had broken a telephone call. Supposing you got your wife the way you always do. Would this murder have made any difference to you then?
I suppose not, but it's so inhuman, so cold-blooded.
A lot of murders are committed in this city every day, sir. If we could do something to stop them, we would. But a clue of this kind is a bag. It's much more than a clue at all.
But surely,
Unless, of course, you have some reason for thinking this call phony, and someone may be planning to murder you.
me? Oh, no, I hardly think so. I mean, why should anybody? I'm alone all day and night. I see nobody except my maid, Eloise. She a big 200-pounder. She's too lazy to bring up my breakfast tray, and the only other person is my wife, Albert. He's crazy about me, adores me, waits on me hand and foot. He secretly left my side since I took sick 12 years ago.
Well then, there's nothing of you for to worry about, sir. And now if you just leave the rest to us.
But what will you do? It's so late. It's nearly 11 o'clock.
We'll take care of it, sir.
Well, you broadcast it all over the city and send out squads and warn your radio cars to watch out, especially in suspension. Neighborhoods like mine.
Sir, look, we take care of it. Just now you got a couple of other matters to suggest in the required immediately.
Oh, I hate you. Now, why did I do that? Now, you think I'm a fool. Oh, why doesn't Albert come home? Why doesn't he?
Your call, please.
Operator, for heaven's sake, will you ring the Murray Hill 40098 again? I can take what's keeping him so long.
Ringing Murray Hill 40098. The line is busy. Shall I?
I can hear it. You don't have to tell me. I know it's busy. If I could only get out of this bed for a little while, if I could get a breath of fresh air or just lean out the window and see the street. Hello, Albert. Hello. 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 Oh, what's the matter with this phone? Hello. 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 Oh, for heaven's sake, who is this? Hello. Hello.
Your call, please.
Hello, operator. I don't know what the matter with this cell phone tonight, but it's positively driving me crazy. I've never seen such innocent, miserable service. Now, look, I'm an invalid, and I'm very nervous, and I'm not supposed to be annoyed, but if this keeps on much longer,
What seems to be the trouble, sir?
well, everything's wrong. The whole world could be murdered. All you people care, and now my phone keeps ringing.
Yes, sir.
Ringing and ringing and ringing every 5 seconds or so, and when I pick it up, there's no one there.
I'm sorry, sir. If you hang up, I will test it for you.
I don't want you to test it for me. I want you to put through that call, whatever is it, at once.
I am afraid that it's not possible, sir.
Not possible. And why, may I ask?
The system is automatic, sir. If someone is trying to dial your number, there is no way to check whether the call is coming through the system or not, unless the person who is trying to reach you complains to his particular operator.
Well, of all the stupid, complicated, and meanwhile, I've got to sit here in my bed, suffering every time that phone rings, imagining everything.
I will try to check it for you, sir.
Check it. That's all anybody can do, of all the stupid, idiotic. Oh, what's the use?
Hello? This is Plaza 42295.
Yes, this is Plaza 42295.
This is Western Union. I have a telegram here for Mr. Albert Stevenson. Is there anyone there to receive the message?
I am Mr. Stevenson.
The telegram is as follows. Mr. Albert Stevenson, 53 North Totten Place, New York, New York. Darling, terribly sorry. Tried to get you for last hour, but line busy. Leaving for Boston, 11 p.m. Tonight, the urgent business. Back tomorrow afternoon. Keep happy, love, signed Albert.
Oh no.
That is all, sir. Do you wish us to deliver a copy of the message?
No, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night. No, it isn't true. He couldn't do it. Not when he knows I'll be all alone. It's some trick, some French dish.
Your call, please.
Operator, try that Mary Hill 40098 number for me just one more, please.
Ringing Murray Hill 4098.
He's gone. Oh, how could you? How could you? But I can't be alone tonight. I can't. If I am alone one more second, I don't care what he say or what the spend. I'm a sick man. I'm entitled.
This is information.
I want the telephone number of Hitchley Hospital.
Hedgley Hospital. Do you have the address, sir?
No, it's somewhere in the 70s, so it's a very small, private, and exclusive hospital where I had my appendix out 2 years ago. Hinchley, Henc.
One moment, please.
Oh, please hurry. And please, what is the time?
I do not know, sir. You will find out the time by dialing Meridian 71212.
Oh, for heaven's sake, couldn't you?
The number of Hinchley Hospital is Butterfield 70105, sir.
Butterfield 70105.
Hinchley Hospital, good evening.
Nurses Registry.
was it? You wish to speak, please?
I want the nurse's registry at once. I want a trained nurse. I want to hire her immediately for the night.
I see. And what is the nature of the case, sir?
Nerves. I'm very nervous. I need soothing and companionship. My wife is away, and I'm...
Have you been recommended to us by the doctor in particular, sir?
No, but I really don't see why all this categorizing is necessary. I want a trained nurse. I was a patient in your hospital 2 years ago, and after all, I do expect to pay this person.
We quite understand that, sir, but you registered nurses are very fresh just now, and our superintendent has asked to send people out only on cases where the physician in charge feels it is absolutely necessary.
Well, it's not absolutely necessary. I'm a sick man. I'm very upset. Very. I'm alone in this house and I'm an invalid, and tonight I overheard a telephone conversation that upset me dreadfully about a murder. A poor man who was going to be murdered at 11:15 tonight. In fact, if someone doesn't come at once, I'm afraid I'll go out of my mind.
I see. Well, I'll speak to Miss Phillips as soon as she comes in. And what is your name, sir?
Miss Philip. And, when do you expect her in?
I really don't know, sir. She went out to super at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock? But it's not yet 11 o'clock. Oh, my clock has stopped. I thought it was running down. What time is it?
Just 14 minutes past 11.
What's that?
What was that, sir?
That clicked just now. In my own telephone. As though someone had left the receiver of the hook of the extension phone downstairs.
I didn't hear it, sir. Now, about this.
But I did. There's someone in this house. Someone downstairs in the kitchen. And they're listening to me now. I won't pick it up. I won't let them hear me. I'll be quiet and they think. But if I don't call someone now, well, they're still down. There'll be no time.
Your call, please.
Operator, I'm in desperate trouble.
I cannot hear you, sir. Please speak louder.
I don't dare. There's someone listening. Can you hear me now?
Your call, please. What number are you calling, sir?
You've got to hear me. Oh, please. You've got to help me. There's someone in this house. Someone who's going to murder me. And you've got to get in touch with them. Oh, there it is. He's put it down. He's put down the extension. He's coming. He's coming up the stairs. Give me the police department. The police.
Ringing the police department.
Police department, presently, doctor speaking.
Sorry, wrong number.